I've been spending the past handful of hours editing and uploading the Halloween or October 31, my dinner video, editing it in the U-Cut video editor. And then once I was done editing the U-Cut video project file, the project, and it finished rendering, I started uploading the video project to my YouTube channel. I'm hoping to catch up on the backlog of my dinner videos. So I have plenty of storage for the family trip I'll be going on tomorrow. I'll have plenty of room on my phone, hopefully, to record videos of vlogs of the places we'll go out to eat. We'll be going to restaurants and eateries in a new part of Philadelphia. A different part of Philadelphia. To do this, I've taken a break from working on resorting my marker satchel, of which prior to that I sorted first the normal hues, the standard hues of green from lightest to darkest, and then the hues of what I essentially to be special hues that are in between the standard hues of green and standard hues of blue. This resorting is why I have that small polystyrene ball with the dotted circles. I draw the circle using an ultrafine Sharpie marker of one hue of a color, the color for which I'm trying to sort the hues from lightest to darkest. And then I make the dot in the middle of the circle using what I think is the fine tipped equivalent of that same color of Sharpie marker. When I make a new dotted circle, I compare it to previously made dotted circles in order to determine where to sort the new either combo of an ultrafine Sharpie marker and a fine tipped Sharpie marker, ultrafine tipped and ultra tipped, or a single dual tip Sharpie marker. And for dual tips, I essentially treat them as ultrafine an ultrafine equivalent. I put them in the same slot within my marker satchel as an ultrafine equivalent of that color hue Sharpie marker. And I put them in ultra fine tip up since it's unique. Compared to a standard ultra fine tip Sharpie marker. Whereas the fine tip end of a dual tip Sharpie marker is the same as a standard fine tipped Sharpie marker, as demonstrated here. By doing this, I can differentiate dual tip Sharpie markers from standard fine and ultra fine tipped Sharpie markers. And that way I maintain the slot that the different color hues get. All the color hues have the same row slot. I recall doing a bit of work on the Moogle polystyrene drawing project, specifically creating the bottom border of the crate that goes between the very bottom of the crate and the part before the main part of the crate. But this part is obviously the crate is behind the grass. So that complicated things a bit, but nothing I ultimately managed to do through a bit of effort. Yeah, I only recall working on the Moogle polystyrene drawing project for a bit today. I recall it was sometime during the afternoon, evening hours. And what I'm having currently is, what essentially what was left of an old bag of generic Wegmans branded plain wavy potato chips and some of a bag of La Nina, if I recall. branded potato chips. Which is, I prefer the La Nina chips at this point. Since I consider them much healthier than the generic potato chips, but there was very little left of that bag of La Nina chips. Basically just little broken pieces. Here's where I am currently on One Among Zombies. I recall crafting this military gas mask at some point during the late afternoon, early evening hours, spending cans on 2 pieces of hose at the time, as the military gas mask is an improvement over the standard gas mask. Then I later crafted an improvement to this reinforced belt, this spider system belt, after spending some more cans on 2 things of duct tape in game, so I would be able to craft that. And from here on out, I just need to get to the point where I'll be able to upgrade the workbench again. These potential recipes for craftable items seem promising. I recall building these 2 beehives at some point during the afternoon. Around 1:30 p.m., I had a breakfast that consisted of some cut up sausage that was a bit spicy, with a sort of cranberry nut muffin that, if I recall correctly, Dad got from Wegmans the other day. I had that with my first cup of plain coffee, as I got up pretty late today. If I recall, it was somewhere between 11 in the morning and noon. And I recall having 3 full cups of coffee and a partial 4th cup. That was maybe a quarter of a cup. From roughly 1:30 p.m. to somewhere between 3:45 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. I'm leaning much more towards 3:45 p.m. In fact, it was 3:45 p.m. as the end time, as at 4:15 p.m. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich I prepared myself with a glass of whole milk. And then out of the same glass I had the whole milk, I had some tap water.